Hello everybody, my name is Alex, and in this Crash video I'm going to talk about my top 5 Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Grand Prix. Now, I did actually enjoy all 8 to some extent, it's just that some I played more than others, and some I obviously enjoyed more than others. So I'm going to go through my reasoning and we'll start at number 5 and make our way to number 1. As always, if you're going to enjoy this video today and want to see more Crash videos from myself, make sure you hit the like button on this video because it will help me out massively, and maybe also consider subscribing to the channel. Let's dive in. So the first thing I want to briefly touch on is how did I judge each of these Grand Prix? What was the sort of criteria for my judgments? Because I didn't necessarily rank them on which Grand Prix was objectively the best. So the 3 things I considered was, firstly, how good was the content from that Grand Prix, whether it be the track, roster additions, and was there like a skin or something that stood out to me that I really enjoyed. The second thing was how much did I play the Grand Prix, because that is obviously quite important. And the third thing was how much was I enjoying CTR at the time, because if I'm enjoying the game more, then obviously I'm going to be having a better time with that Grand Prix. I touch on all these aspects as we go through, so it should be pretty obvious where each Grand Prix excelled in my opinion. In 5th place we have got the Nitro-Fueled Grand Prix. Now, the largest thing I enjoyed about this Grand Prix was that it was the first Grand Prix, so it was absolutely brilliant to dive into and explore a completely new system of unlocking content that I had never seen in a kart racer before. What I also enjoyed was that at this point, we knew there was so much more content coming, so it was a really exciting time, and I was properly enthusiastic about the game. Content-wise, this GP was good too. I like the Nitro Squad, and they've certainly been a popular addition with the community. Twilight Tour as a track has grown on me recently as well. I never used to be so bothered, but recently I've enjoyed it quite a bit and enjoyed recording this footage, which is hopefully on your screens right now. So all in all, it is a good Grand Prix which was introduced at a really exciting time. In 4th place, I have gone for the Winter Festival Grand Prix. Now, content-wise, this Grand Prix has a lot going for it. I quite enjoyed Gingerbread Joyride as a circuit, and one of my favourite skins, Winter Guardian Spyro, came in this Grand Prix too. That skin is immense. Now, the roster additions were good as well, with Rillaroo, Yaya Panda, Hasty Chick and Stu all joining. Rillaroo especially was obviously a major hit with fans, especially since his appearance has been changed recently, and Yaya Panda was a character I'd wanted to see given a chance with a bigger audience for a while, so it was cool to see her in there. Perhaps the biggest thing I enjoyed about this Grand Prix though is that I love Christmas. It is my favourite time of the year, so the whole feel and theme of this Grand Prix sat really well with me. By the way, no matter what you think of my choices so far, make sure that after this video you let me know your top 5 down in the comments and maybe say a little bit about your choices as well. I would be fascinated to talk through them with you. They'll almost certainly be different to mine, I'm sure. Okay, so the top 3 on this list were difficult to arrange. I massively enjoyed every one of them, but I did decide on a final order in the end. In 3rd place, I put the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix. Now, in many ways, this should have and could have been number 1, because I absolutely love so much about Spyro, especially the magical feel of the games. And I do think that the Grand Prix did a fantastic job in capturing that feel, and everything from the gems to the Spyro theme track really did make it kind of magical. Talking about the track though, I think in many ways it sums up my thoughts on the Grand Prix. Quite good, very good in fact, but could have been a bit better. I quite enjoyed the circuit, but I'm still adamant the fast ramps and high jumps of treetops are a massive missed opportunity because they would have worked wonderfully with the Crash Team Racing mechanics. It's similar with the roster as well. Spyro, Hunter and Nasty Knock were brilliant additions. I loved having them in the game. But ever since, I've just been wishing for the inclusion of Ripto and Allura. Maybe they'll get added in the future, but I just think they would have been perfect to add at the time. Now, this was still an amazing Grand Prix for me, and I will always be massively grateful for the opportunity we got to experience Spyro content in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, but it just lacked that tiny little bit that the next 2 didn't. In 2nd place, I went for the Spooky Grand Prix. The time around this Grand Prix was prime CTR for me. It was around these months that I was playing the game most and definitely enjoying the game most. Regarding what the Grand Prix brought, I absolutely loved the Halloween theme with nods to Twinsanity. It included some of my favourite character additions too, with Komodo Mo, but especially Nina and Brio, both of which fitted the Halloween theme perfectly. And the track is really one of my favourites in the game, and has been really since it released. This Grand Prix also saw the introduction of the Go/Golden Wumpa Fruit mechanic, which, though I haven't done too much with, is still a nice addition. Overall, pretty much everything about the Spooky Grand Prix is a major highlight in my CTR Nitro-Fueled experience, which gets it second place on my list. In first place, my favourite Grand Prix of all the CTR Grand Prix is the Neon Circus Grand Prix. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and I still do think it's fantastic. Now, just like with the Spooky Grand Prix, this Grand Prix came at the time when I was enjoying CTR the most. And what enhanced this even more was the nostalgia I got from seeing the tag team racing stuff in the game, most notably including Pasadena, Von Clutch, and other content like the Pressurizer. As I've said before, tag team racing was pretty much my first experience of the Crash games, so to see it in CTR Nitro-Fueled and to get that nostalgic feeling, especially with Pasadena for some reason, I had a fantastic time with it. Koala Kong arriving in the game as the final Naughty Dog character was a really nice moment as well, and the track is also amazing. For what is just seemingly a loop, there is so much going on and it is massively fun. I really enjoy this one. It doesn't even end there though, because Neon Circus was also the Grand Prix that introduced the brilliant mode Ring Rally and a really creative way to unlock the final character from the Grand Prix that I've not mentioned yet, King Chicken. My god, this Grand Prix was so busy. Overall, Neon Circus was an incredible Grand Prix, and it came at a time when I was absolutely loving CTR Nitro-Fueled the most. So they are my top 5 Grand Prix, but what are yours? Make sure you do let me know down in the comment section below, and let me know why you enjoyed each one that you did. Now, I know I didn't cover every last detail from the Grand Prix I talked about, and I did miss some big Grand Prix off. I sort of didn't play as much after the new year, which is largely why Gasmoxia isn't on here, but I absolutely love the journey we've been on with this game, and I can't wait to see what comes next from Activision and its studios. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today and want to see me talk more about Crash in the future, make sure you hit the like button on this video because, as I keep saying, it massively helps us out, and also do consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.